Boxing is not you just clock in at 4 o'clock p.m. and think it's just like a clocking job. It's not. Boxing definitely helped me out with facing my problems, facing my fears. Especially with boxing, I am not afraid of confrontation. You know, I don't avoid the elephant in the room. I say boxing is probably the best outlet for me to express all that. You know, if I feel that type of way, then I put it in my training or I put it in my sparring. Poor guy.
My name is Cesar, 24 years old, from the Bay Area, San Leandro, California, fighting out of Turlock, California.
I grew up in the Bay Area, specifically San Leandro, but I grew up all around the East Bay. Growing up in that environment was definitely fun. You meet a lot of great people, and I honestly had a really great time growing up over there. Growing up, I definitely had to fight a lot. If it was at school, at my apartment complexes, or whatever it was, on my way back home from school, I had to get in fights. So it was just more like, went into a boxing gym and kind of fell in love with the journey of it, because I was fighting for free outside, and I actually started getting better in the ring. So, you know, it started opening up different doors for me, and that's why I stick with it and ran with it. My biggest influences growing up, I didn't have good influences growing up. The only good one I'd say would be my older brother, my big brother. He's my only big brother. He's always got me into sports. That's the main thing. I was always influenced by the outside, but he's the one that kind of always brought me back to keeping the main thing. The main thing was to be an athlete, and always wanted to get drafted to the Oakland A's, Raiders, or the Golden State Warriors, because growing up next to the Oracle Arena, that's all you dream about. So, you know, just becoming a professional athlete, you know, my older brother definitely influenced me. Big brother was the only one who believed in me. There was a lot of family that didn't believe in me, actually. When I first got that membership at Canel's Boxing Gym in San Leandro, he was just like, man, people, man. He said, go professional on them. When I came into the realization was actually just 2 months into the boxing gym, honestly. Because I seen how good I started becoming, and I just knew exactly that's what I wanted to be. Like I said, I've always wanted to become an athlete, but just becoming a basketball, baseball, football player, the chances of that is really, really slim. And when I was in boxing, I started getting really good, so it was just more like, why not? Why not? I got introduced to Coach Mauricio by one of my former coaches. I was going through a little bit of a rough time through my career, and lost a lot of faith going into my career. And, you know, shout out to Coach Mauricio. He's the one that put the faith back into me, installed it into me, and I still keep it to this day, and I live by it now. It felt weird when I first came in here due to the reason why, because my career wasn't going so well, and I just knew Coach Mauricio's boundaries on how he trains people. So when I first started coming here, it was just more of a lecture before practice, before anything. It was just more to understand the rules, the standards at this gym, and how to carry yourself at this gym as a Christian man. That's what I remember the most, is kind of just shaping me into becoming a better man coming into the gym and when I come out the gym too. I'm with my people, I'm with my family here at this gym, so it's definitely beyond that. I'm in here sharing laughs, love with all the people here, so it's bigger than boxing to me, because we're able to share the gospel to kids, able to build them up, keep kids off the streets. You know, it's bigger than boxing. We love to give back here at Rise Above, man. We love to give back here at Rise Above. We always doing ministry. Boxing is a way for us to share the gospel. Sacrifices I made was, I'll say almost everything. I sacrificed literally everything. I'll say from my family time to going out, to wanting to travel, to wanting to eat a bunch of food. You know, a lot of sacrifice that I take on the daily basis. It's just when you wake up in the morning, you got to have a sense of urgency that, okay, in the morning, wake up, that you got to think boxing. It's not you just clock in at 4 o'clock p.m. and think it's just like a clock-in job. It's not. I have to be selfish in this sport, and I don't think a lot of people understand that being selfish makes you lose a lot of things in life. You know, you sacrifice a lot of things in boxing. You lose friendships, time, events. You can't have one foot in and one foot out. That was probably one of my hardest situations right there, was trying to find a balance from my training to fight. And around that time, my career was declining just a bit, just because I was more focused on working more than anything. What pushes me definitely is my family, because I surround nothing myself but my family. Every time I'm off my fight, after every training camp, after every fight, I always want to go back with my family, hang out with my family, hang out with my siblings. That's all I want to do. My mom and my grandma are really big supporters of mine. My grandma almost passes out every single one of my fights, and she swears she's never going to my next one, but she's always asking for the next one. So, and my mom and my grandma are really big supporters right behind my brother too. So definitely someone that always, you know, tune into my fights. The days that I don't want to do stuff, I think about fighting. I'm like, man, Am my grandma really gonna come and travel to come watch me fight and I ain't run those miles? You know, I'm like, nah, hell no. I gotta make sure I did everything. I gotta make sure I checked every single box, left no stones unturned. So I definitely think about fighting when it comes to me wanting to feel like I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. I definitely think about fight night because come fight night, man, I love putting on the show. I love being under the lights. So why put myself in situations that I know that I won't be able to perform under them? So definitely is what keeps me disciplined and motivated to keep me sharp on fight night. It changed my life for the better, man. From the way I walk, the way I talk, from everything, man. The way I treat people, the way I carry myself, man. It changed everything about me. And one thing about me too is just, especially with boxing, I am not afraid of confrontation. Like I am able to I'm not in a bad way, but I'm such a confrontational person where I don't avoid no situations. I don't avoid the elephant in the room. Boxing definitely helped me out with facing my problems, facing my fears. I'm definitely exactly the person that I needed to be, that I needed when I was younger, and I push all the younger kids. I know I wish I had that when I was younger, and I know I probably get annoying to these younger people, but this is exactly what they need, you know, and if I'm, leading them into the faith of God and leading them into boxing, then I don't think I'm seeing any bad on my end. So don't get influenced by the outside. That's the main thing, man, and just keep the main thing, and do not get influenced by your friends, by anything that you know that you shouldn't be doing, because we all have a gut feeling and you know what that feels like. Honestly, the best way I handle pressure is just I think about my training camp, because like I said, I leave no stones unturned. I literally check every single box, from sparring to running to weightlifting to everything. There is no doubt in my mind that I won't win. I stick to my game plan, listen to my coach, and execute the game plan. The legacy that I believe is generational, full of athletes. That's my goal. I'm the first boxer in the family, and I want to just continue that journey of athletes. Not necessarily boxing, because boxing is hard, but just creating a legacy just full of athletes with the right mind, with the right people around them, and just break the generational curse. December 13th at the Stockton Arena, Cesar the Great Olvera will go out there and perform at his highest level. Go out there and expect nothing but the best from me. Shout out to all my family. Shout out to all my sponsors. Shout out to everybody that has always been with me from the jump. Thank you guys. Thank you, Rise Above. And I just want to be able to give all the glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.